the Satish Dhawan Space Center in The Sky Is Not the Limit, the journey of LVM3-M6. It was a bright, crisp morning on December 24, 2025, at the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. The air was filled with a sense of wonder. 7-year-old Puneeth adjusted his hat as he looked at the bustling center. "Is today the big day, Shanti?" he asked. Shanti, a scientist with a bright smile and a badge that glittered in the sun, nodded. "It is, Puneeth. Today, we send a giant into the sky to connect the whole world." Standing tall on the second launch pad was the LVM3-M6. It was a magnificent sight, reaching 43.5 meters toward the clouds. Puneeth couldn't believe his eyes. "It's as tall as a building," he cheered. Shanti explained that this heavy-lift rocket was designed to carry incredible weight. Today, it would lift 640 tons off the ground, fighting gravity with every ounce of its power to reach the stars. "Look at those 2 white tubes on the sides," Shanti said, pointing to the rocket's base. "Those are the S-200 solid strap-on motors. They are like giant fireworks filled with special fuel. These motors provide the massive thrust needed to push the rocket off the pad. They are some of the most powerful solid boosters in the world, ready to roar with a force that can be felt for miles." Inside the very top of the rocket, protected by a nose cone called a fairing, sat the guest of honor, the BlueBird Block-2 satellite. "This is the heaviest satellite we have ever launched with the LVM-3, Shanti whispered. At 6,100 kilograms, it was as heavy as a large elephant. It was a masterpiece of engineering, designed to be the largest commercial communications satellite in low Earth orbit. Puneeth pulled out his phone. "Will this satellite help my games run faster?" he asked. Shanti laughed. "Even better. The BlueBird Block-2 has a special array that acts like a giant antenna in space. It will provide 4G and 5G connectivity directly to mobile phones everywhere, even in the middle of the ocean or on the highest mountains. It's making the world one big neighborhood." 8:54 a.m. The countdown reached 0. "Ignition!" a voice crackled over the speakers. Suddenly, a mountain of orange fire and white smoke erupted from the base of the rocket. The ground trembled. Puneeth covered his ears as the LVM3-M6 began its slow, majestic rise. The S-200 motors were working perfectly, pushing the heavy rocket higher and higher into the bright morning sky. Minutes later, the rocket was high above the clouds. "Watch closely," Shanti said, checking her tablet. The massive S-200 boosters had finished their job. With a series of small pops, they detached from the core stage and fell away, tumbling gracefully back toward the ocean. Now the liquid-fueled L-110 core engine took over, glowing like a bright star against the darkening blue of the upper atmosphere. The air was getting thin as the LVM3-M6 reached the edge of space. Suddenly, the nose cone split in 2 and fell away. "The satellite is seeing the stars for the first time," Puneeth exclaimed, looking through his binoculars. Without the heavy fairing, the rocket was lighter and faster, soaring at thousands of kilometers per hour. Finally, the powerful C-25 cryogenic stage ignited. This engine uses super-cold fuel to give the satellite its final push into a perfect circular orbit 520 kilometers above the Earth. Shanti watched the data carefully. "The engine is performing beautifully," she told Puneeth. "We are almost there. The BlueBird is almost home." With a gentle nudge, the BlueBird Block-2 satellite separated from the rocket. It was finally in orbit. In the silence of space, its massive 223 square meter array began to unfold like the wings of a giant bird. Back on Earth, Shanti and Puneeth cheered along with the whole mission team. "We did it," Puneeth shouted. The world was now more connected than ever before, thanks to a rocket, a satellite, and the dreams of people like Shanti and Puneeth.